Good morning, and welcome to Winnipeg. Once again, it is HMS Rodney Cup Day and Bismarck Shirt Day. Yeah, I'm wearing my fluorescent yellow. Jeff sent me 3 of these shirts. There's the sort of a light brown one that I sometimes wear, this one, and there's also a white one. Well, I'm scared to wear the white one at the model table. But anyway, now, we got to talk about the weather, don't we? And here's what's happening. Yesterday, the weatherman was wrong. In the morning, they were predicting inclement weather in the afternoon, and it turned out to be pretty nice. Some of you already saw my ride yesterday. Yeah, that was nice to get out. However, it was cold. It looks warm, sun is shining, and so on, but it was cold. It's still winter in Winnipeg. Now, as for today, well, first of all, my neighbor came by with Missy just a little while ago, and we were talking about the weather. I mean, that's what people do around here. They talk about the weather. I think they do that almost everywhere. And anyway, he says that there's 100% chance of showers or snow flurries today, starting at 11 o'clock, which is in an hour and a half or whatever. And that means that I'm probably not going to get out today. When I go out on my e-bike, there are 4 directions I can go. The day before yesterday, I went north. Yesterday, I went south. But I can also go west down along the Chief Peguis Trail Freeway, and then across Henderson Highway and down and around by the river, where I go under that bridge. Not the overpass bridge, but another bridge. Anyway, stop with the details, Ron. Or I can go east. And I've only gone east maybe 2 or 3 times. It's not as, for some reason, it's not as picturesque. But maybe I'll go east the next time. And, put the GoPro on. Now, speaking of the GoPro and Missy the dog, got a comment from a viewer who said you should have a catchy tune to play, like a theme song for when Missy comes to the door. You know how when I do the bird feeder, I've got that little tune, and I've got the rabbit music that I used to play whenever we put the carrots out, and the rabbit theme, and when the coyote goes by, I had Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Wolf playing in the background. Well, he was suggesting a Missy theme. Well, probably about 3 years ago, when the neighbors first got Missy, and she was just a little pup, I was I was actually thinking about that. And I thought of a tune. It ran through my mind, and then I just sort of let it slip until it was just suggested yesterday, as a matter of fact. And so I think I've sort of come up with something. I think I found something that is royalty free. It's a very, very old tune, and when I use it, a lot of you who are my age, or maybe not even that old, will remember that tune. Oh yeah, I remember that from the 50s. Okay. Actually, what I did was I found it being played in a MIDI file. A MIDI file, for some of you that are a little bit into music, you know that if you have a MIDI file, you can take the notation that's in the file, and you can assign whatever type of instrument you want. Well, as it turns out, this is piano, and it's not too bad. I don't need to mess around and waste a bunch of time, making it sound like a French horn or something like that. Just leave it the way it is. But what I am trying to do is it's being played a little bit slowly, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed it up just a little bit, so it's a little bit more happy. And you know how Missy is always scooting around. Well, anyway, enough about that. We'll see what happens. But here's the thing: with the GoPro, if I have it here on the model table and I see Missy come to the door, I can grab it, take the lens cap off, push the button, and in about 5 seconds, I'm recording. I'm actually recording right now. Okay, so it's just that easy, anyway, that's the plan. That's the plan. The sunrise this morning, we didn't actually see it. It started out not too bad. A little bit of a pink sky going on, and it just then it just sort of got to what you see here, and there won't be a sunrise at the end of today's episode. If I remember to do it, you will have seen the walkers just over my head. Yeah, I'm getting so predictable. Okay, let's see if we can do something here today. We do have to get photo etch piece number 6 yet. And then I have all the pieces, all the parts for step 22. And I want to try and concentrate on step 22. I'll try to stick to the, I'll try and stick to the plan. Now, I do want to get a hold of Bill's cycle and talk to them about the foot pegs for the passenger seat. I've been talking to them about that, and I haven't heard from them for about 10 days now. But the idea was that I don't need the rear seat over the back fender, and also the foot pegs that are sort of sticking out the back. I don't really need those. So I told them that maybe what they could do, if they didn't mind, or I forget how I put it, but the idea is remove the foot pegs. Don't need them. But if it's going to be complicated, then they have to buy other parts, because the foot peg on the right-hand side. Now I'm talking about the passenger foot pegs, not the ones that I'm going to put my feet on. I'm talking about the ones that are behind me. I won't be carrying a passenger anyway. At least that's the plan. So I'm a loner. Okay, so yeah, they were going to take him off, and I lost my train of thought. Okay, anyhow, let's. Am I losing it here? I don't seem to have the continuity that I had 5 years ago when I first started this, when we were doing the Bismarck. I'm having more of a hard time staying on the subject, and I kind of flipped from one thing to the other, and mind you, not as bad as some people. Some people, they never finish their model. Did you ever notice that? They start it, and they're all gung-ho over it, and then it just dies, and they go and do something else. I don't even have a stash yet. Still thinking about the Yamato. Yep. Everybody's different. I guess the main thing is, as long as you're enjoying yourself and having a good time, right? Right. Okay, let's recompose here, and if I think about what it was that I was starting to say there, then we'll get back to it, and I'll finish my thought. I'm not going to reshoot this because I don't like to do retakes. It's not that I've never done a retake. If I was to find out that I'd forgot to stop the camera down, and all the background was blurred out and the foreground was blurred out and only the end of my nose was sharp, I'd reshoot it. Okay. Anyway. Oh my goodness, are we ever disjointed this morning? Okay, I remembered what it was later, after I pushed stop, that I was trying to remember to tell you. And when we were talking about Bill's cycle and the foot pegs. And what I was going to say was that if Bill's cycle has to order in extra parts to replace the bracket on the right-hand side, where the muffler is also supported by. Anyway, I don't want to go to the extra expense. That's what I was trying to remember to say. Now, the number 6 is right there. I think we should put the macro lens on and have a nice close look. Okay. Now, I don't want to be nipping in too close here. Okay, I think I got it in the right place for that one. And I think I'm through. That didn't take very much pressure. Now we're going to try and do the other one. Okay, we're through. This thing is very small. I mean, look at my finger here. Okay, let's just get it off the side here a little bit. Now, that has to be glued onto the end of, see if I can just touch it. It has to glue over this rounded end here. I got a feeling that you're supposed to mold that photo etch part around the end. I think that's what's supposed to happen. Well, I guess we'll see when I lay it on there. You know what? Nobody's gonna see this anyway. So if it doesn't work out well. Okay, I think I have almost made a mistake here. And that is, I was going to paint this part here the same color as this right here. And I thought, well, what did I do on the forward torpedo room? And okay, we got the outside of this, which is this, is a dark, can't remember which one, but the inside is the light. Okay, so the inside, just let me very carefully take this off here. I didn't think I was going to have to look at this for a while. Okay. All right. The inside is the same color as the bulkheads were, or this part is. All right. That makes sense. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think I'm just going to brush it on. Yeah, it's not going to be I know it's not going to be as smooth and even as the, as the airbrush, but I just don't feel like airbrushing right now anyway. Okay, let's get this back in its safe place here. Okay, here is what's happening. There are a total of 6 modules. We've already done the forward torpedo room module. We're working on this one right now. There are 4 left. Each one has its own little overhead bulkhead. I'm thinking that if I'm going to be painting this one, maybe it would be a good idea to take off my Bismarck shirt and put on my old Greyhound work shirt and spray all of them at the same time. My dilemma now is I can't remember which black I used. I think I used the Stynylrez on the top part. The inside was definitely this one, the 338. I think what we want to do is let's do that. Might be a good idea to spray the insides too and get them done. There's five pieces here that we're going to have to do, and at least that's what my thinking is at this moment. Always a change in plans here. Okay, I'll just continue to get the sprue connections off and sand the stubs, and at least that's the plan for right now. Okay, another day that's not going quite as planned. I got these other 4 pieces ready to paint. Before I actually spray the tops with the Stynylrez res, I want to go back and peruse through my videos to see, was it the Stynylrez res that I used? But I think it was. But I just want to make sure. And then we'll do the tops. I think that the best is to do the outside first, because it'll be the easiest to put masking tape around and cover the holes and stuff like that, and then spray the inside. I think I will use the airbrush, being as I'm going to be doing such a large amount. There is going to be 5 of them that's going to have to be painted. The one we're working on now, and then the ones that we're going to be working on over the next few months or years at the rate I'm going. Okay, so let me get my thoughts together. Okay, and I know that this, like the bunks go on these. They get painted the brown. I'm pretty sure it's this brown. This silver here is for the little railings that are somewhere. I think I nipped them off. Maybe I missed them, or maybe they don't come until another step. That's right. Okay, and of course the inside is going to be that. Yeah. As I said, I think yesterday, what a disjointed episode. We'll get there. We are making progress. We are moving ahead. Yeah, hey, we're on 22 already. It seems like just yesterday we were on step 1. Hello, hello. You got yourself a little bit muddy today, didn't you? Okay. No problem.
Thank you.
Okay. We'll see ya. Bye, Missy. Okay, now you got to hear the new Missy the dog theme. I kind of like it. It's not quite as lively as I wish it was, but on the other hand, it takes me back to the early 50s. I can remember when I was a kid hearing that being played on the radio. At least it was here in North America. How much is that doggy in the window, just in case somebody doesn't know. That was the name of the song. Very popular when I was a kid. Now, I'm going to wind her up here. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I get a coffee visitor, so I got to get this all wound up, final edit done, and uploaded onto YouTube in an hour. So I'm going to wind her up. Thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're going to see you tomorrow.